Hello everyone, and now welcome to a game, Lin versus Moon. This game taking place here on Concealed Hill. Lin spawning as the blue orc on the bottom left-hand side of the map. Meanwhile, Moon spawning as the yellow night elf on the top right. Should be a great game taken from, well, a tournament, hence the use of these customized maps that have the logos, and any way to keep WarCraft 3 growing and going in 2024 is fine by me. Let's go ahead and break things down. Let's get to that 2-minute mark. Yep. Orc versus Night Elf. For a second, I thought that was the human Lordaeron logo. I'm like, no, that's the Horde logo. Anyways, let's break things down here. Keeper of the Grove, opening things up. Moon does have this Ancient of War down to the south. Pretty standard opening here. Meanwhile, it is going to be Blade Master with Grunts. Let's go ahead and get this game underway. Blade Master not selling that Scroll of Town Portal as of yet. And now heading back off to the north. Is he going to try and trap this Ogre Lord? And then by trapping this Ogre Lord, and that actually may be a little bit too much damage. Ogre Lord, sitting at level 7, would probably just completely kill that Blade Master and that Grunt. Not something you can do, similar to what I was expecting, a Stone Golem on Twisted Meadows. All right, gonna go ahead and, oh, what is this? Blade Master was, I believe, entangled. How did the Blade Master get entangled? That is beyond me. But the Blade Master wanted to try and get that last hit off onto that Forest Troll Berserker, but was denied. Coming back around, Hunter's Hall is getting trained up here. Archer staying close to that Moonwell just in case, as we do have Lin teching to tier 2 already. A lone Grunt out there on the battlefield, and the Blade Master really has nothing to show for any of this so far. He did pick up a Circlet of Nobility, but the Keeper of the Grove has a bit more experience and should be at level 2 soon. As the Keeper of the Grove now venturing south, you're going to run into a Grunt. Blade Master going to get in 2, maybe 3 shots, as the Keeper of the Grove now forced to try and retreat back. All right. There was a Windwalk there. Blade Master double backing around again. Down to the south, we're looking at the Great Hall. Great Hall getting that upgrade to that stronghold as the Ogre Warrior creep camp here finally getting cleared out. Lin only with a Blade Master and a Grunt, training up a second Grunt here, and now training up some additional Orc Burrows for eventual Shadow Hunter once we get to tier 2. There's a, lucky ensnare. Moon may end up being forced to try and detonate that Wisp. Meanwhile, there's a Windwalk strike there, finishing off that Wisp there. Meanwhile, Keeper of the Grove trying to rack up more damage against that Grunt. And with that Grunt now standing still, the Huntress and the Archer should be able to finish it off with no problem. Are we going to see level 2? No, we do not. Blade Master gets in the final shot on that Grunt and denies the experience. Next level micro and attention to detail from 2 of the best players in the world as the Keeper of the Grove now heads back off to the north. All right. Huntress, Archer, going to clear out this, perhaps try and clear out this last Forest Troll Trapper creep camp. Keeper of the Grove using the Fountain of Health instead of his own Moonwells to regenerate some hit points as the, Forest Troll Trapper here going to finish off this unit. All right, so in this game so far, we're looking at Moon just wandering around. He is trying to set up a Tree of Life and Expo back off to the north. Meanwhile, Lin has been pretty conservative as we're looking at the Keeper of the Grove now trying to clear out these green creep camps that are relatively close to Lin's base. This is going to cause problems for the Shadow Hunter as he's not going to be able to level up quickly. Blade Master, however, doesn't want to rotate back down to the south side here as Moon is nearing completion on this Tree of Life. This Tree of Life, all he needs to do is cancel it, and he would have wasted Lin's Blade Master's time. But if the Blade Master didn't, invest all that time, then that Expo would have gotten up. Blade Master gets a nice little detonation there. Wisp trying to retreat all the way back as we're looking at the Goblin Alchemist now joining in on the fight here. So we're looking at, well, Keeper of the Grove, Chemical Rage, Goblin Alchemist, a strategy that was very popular back in 2020. And with that Chemical Raging Goblin Alchemist in that front line could cause some serious problems. Meanwhile, Blade Master going after this Moonwell here as the Shadow Hunter shows up with Serpent Ward first. Scroll of Town Portal coming back here. Wisps are trying to repair as the Wisps are getting healed up by that Moonwell. Meanwhile, the dual Serpent Wards getting cleaned up as well, as the Blade Master, well, tries to retreat back. We do have dual Ancients of Lore being set up by Moon, as, well, Lin's Blade Master is still just sitting at level 1. Coming back through, Shadow Hunter, well, Stone Ripper, Huntresses going after perhaps some of these Serpent Wards, going to be able to take them down, get some experience there, and now going after more and more of these units. A little bit of glaive bounce here as the Alchemist should be able to get some of that experience. Meanwhile, Blade Master has just been playing a constant harassment game, trying to stop buildings from being produced, and Lin's heroes may end up falling further and further behind. The Shadow Hunter still has yet to get any experience, as the Ancient of Lore finishes just in time to get repaired. Alright, once it has that fortified armor, it is much more difficult to take down. The Grunts are looking to back away as the Huntresses could clean up some of these Serpent Wards. Meanwhile, Ancient of War is off over here, already absorbing damage as well, as the Wisps could be in trouble as they're going to get slowly poked apart as well. Meanwhile, Shadow Hunter trying to come back around again, and we're 8 minutes into this game. Blade Master is still sitting at level 1, and the Shadow Hunter has yet to see any experience as of yet. Another Serpent Ward being placed down here as more Wisps are coming over to try and repair. Shadow Hunter on the board with some experience as Wisps are getting taken out, as the Ancient of War is now suffering a little bit too much damage. Alright, Shadow Hunter as the primary hero apparently, as those mass Serpent Wards causing problems. Now Huntresses trying to catch up to those Shaman's not even bothering with a purge here, as the Shadow Hunter uses a quick Scroll of Town Portal to get away, but one Grunt outside of range because of an entangle. Alright, Ancient of Lore absorbing quite a bit of damage. That's all going to get cleaned up here. Ancient of Lore also regenerating a little bit of hit points from eating the nearby trees. This Ancient of War, same as well. 46 supply compared to 45. Moon is at Tree of Ages. We are only at Stronghold, and we do not have the reinforced defenses yet for these Orc burrows. However, well, it looks like Lin is going to be on the aggressive here. There is a Serpent Ward up in that front line spot. Chemical Raging Alchemist, well, dives in to absorb some of those attacks again.
A player's forces are under attack.
All right. It looks like Moon wants to try and finish clearing out this 3 o'clock Goblin Laboratory, but Lin is making it rather difficult. And Shadow Hunter is getting closer to level 2, and at the 9-minute 30-second mark of this game, we have Lin finally get his first level 2 hero. Blade Master is still sitting at level 1 after all this time, but does have decent enough items to make him still a potential threat, as Tome of Strength getting picked up by that Keeper of the Grove to get a little bit more hit points. Coming back through, Ancient of Lore, Ancient of War getting battered down by the Raiders. Serpent Wards being placed down to try and act as a little bit of a damage buffer for all of these unarmored units, as Moon needs to try and defend. Ancient of Lore, there's some repairs getting underway, as Healing Wave is now bouncing around as well. Are we going to see one Huntress get taken down? Yes, we are. Level 2 on the Blade Master now, as the Chemical Raging Alchemist is going after those slowed down Raiders. Slow Poison doing a little bit of a number, as both sides are exchanging blows. 46 supply compared to 41. Lin in a little bit of trouble here, as the Dryads are continuing to poke apart and trying to cause a little bit of separation. Kodo Beast trying to chomp onto a Huntress, unable to do so, as the Kodo Beast is just looking for a target now. Chemical Raging Alchemist, Illusions are here nearby, as the Kodo Beast, one Kodo Beast is chomping on a Huntress. 43 supply compared to 44, but one Kodo Beast is getting digested as peons of Lin are now in this frontline spot and attempting to set up a Voodoo Lounge and a watchtower. All right, buildings, while they're being constructed, have no armor, so piercing damage does deal full damage here as we're looking at the, well, illusions finally getting cleared up. A little bit of a traffic jam underway as Blade Master now trying to back away again. Peons are in that frontline spot, and those peons, there's no Spirit Link. They are just there to try and build buildings and cause a bit of congestion. The Kodo Beast down to 85 hit points. Is it going to be able to get away? It does not look like it, as the Huntress, well, doesn't have to suffer a digestive fate. All right, peons could end up getting taken down here. Wisps are getting taken down. A bloodbath in every sense as a Dryad is now getting digested slowly but surely. Both sides still exchanging blows. We're going to see a Shaman get taken out. Entangle onto Lin's Raider. That's going to get cleaned up as well. And this battle, I'm actually going to see a Voodoo Lounge constructed at this forward outpost by Lin. We've seen how powerful that Voodoo Lounge can be for a Blade Master when he's fighting close to home. Rejuvenation now also onto that Goblin Alchemist, who, with the help of a Druid of the Claw, he's going to have plenty of hit points, as another Druid of the Claw is going to be making its way out onto the battlefield. No, it's not a live match. Raider now is trying to fall back again. As Raider's still trying to heal up again. Blade Master finally gets up to level 3 as this forward outpost really causing some problems. Peons perhaps can start to try and set up a watchtower here as the Alchemist stays alive at 57 hit points. This Druid of the Claw gets a rejuvenation off onto the Keeper of the Grove. There's a purge onto the Druid of the Claw, and, well, Druid of the Claw still ends up getting taken down. All right, this Goblin Alchemist is going to have a very bad day. He gets cleaned up here, and this outpost causing some serious problems as a Druid of the Claw now slowly getting digested. Moon's Ancient of Lores are actually built further from his base, so they're not able to reinforce. A little bit of divide and conquer as Lin capitalizes on this Sim City mistake. The Druids of the Claw are actually being trained back off in this direction, and all the Keeper of the Grove can really do is try and, well, open up the trees enough to be able to get these units together. All right, low hit point Druid of the Claw. Is he going to get purged down? He's going to be in trouble. He's not even going into, bear mode. And with that, the Blade Master able to take down another unit. Kodo Beast still slowly digesting a unit here. Druid of the Claw down to, well, one more shot, dead, as the Shadow Hunter is now on the cusp of level 4. All right, these Serpent Wards still causing major problems. Lin, with the help of this Voodoo Lounge here, still has hit points and mana to go around. Kodo Beast slowly being digested here. Shamans could try and purge down some of these units, but this forward outpost is just causing so many problems as more units are coming across to reinforce. Now, Moon has opened up this base quite a bit. There's the Druid of the Claw transformation already, and he acted and got a good early rejuvenation, only to see it purged away by a Shaman. No more heals, and with that, the Druid of the Claw, taking all of that magic damage and focus fire and critical strikes, gets taken out again. Blade Master may be able to finish off this Keeper of the Grove. Keeper of the Grove is trying to shadow meld and does do exactly that, as the Huntresses are showing over to try and offer a bit of support. Moonwells are pretty dry. Keeper of the Grove able to get in a little bit of healing, as a Druid of the Claw now forced to retreat back out. We can see some Sentinels now out to keep track of where that Blade Master is, as the Chemical Raging Goblin Alchemist back out on the battlefield. 33 supply compared to 39. Lin can be in some serious trouble, as we see level 4 now on that Blade Master. Lin, who only got his first level 2 hero close to the 9-minute mark in this game, has taken the hero level lead with dual level 4 heroes. Keeper of the Grove forced to shadow meld here, as the Goblin Alchemist may get taken down for the second time in this game. All right, there he goes. He's finally taken out. Blade Master does not have that much mana. We're going to see a Druid of the Claw taken out once more, as the Raider, low hit point Raider, looking to retreat back again. All right. Ancient of Lore trying to train up more units. Serpent Ward, the level 2 variety, still causing a bit of poke damage here. 46 supply compared to 29. Lin with a substantial hero level advantage. We're going to see a rejuvenation onto the Keeper of the Grove to keep him alive, but the Druid of the Claw has not yet transformed into that bear mode, and at only 580 hit points, he gets cleaned up quickly. All right, Moon has not been, well, Moon has been trapped in this corner here for a long time. Great job by Lin to recognize the situation. Even with these trees now already open, it doesn't feel like Moon is going to be able to get back into this game. Constantly getting a Druid of the Claw one at a time, only to see it being digested, cleaned up, and that is going to be the game there. Ancient of Lore now gone. Even if this Goblin Alchemist makes its way back onto the battlefield, that is going to be the game here with Lin. And a commanding win in this game here, even though it didn't really look like it. The final score only 2,000 points different, but, well, watching that replay, you just saw Lin being able to put pressure. That Voodoo Lounge was never ever attacked while it was being built, and once the Blade Master and that Shadow Hunter had access to healing salves and clarity potions, the Serpent Wards just seemed to never end. Add in the slow trickling of those Druids of the Claw in a single file line, just trying to make impact in the game. Could never really reach critical mass. The instant they got out on the battlefield, they were targeted, rejuvenations were purged, and not being able to transform into the bear form quickly enough meant 580 hit point 4 supply units were just feeding the experience of the Blade Master and that Shadow Hunter, giving you this ending there. Let me know what you guys thought about this game in the comments below.